Okay, so how can you use this? Firstly, let me explain how I can alter the content of a single page, single pop-up layer Xara file. So going to my 50-page tutorial example, let's look a bit more closely. Button 01, when clicked, opens the pop-up layout that contains a semi-transparent rounded rectangle and a fake shadow over which are 7 paragraphs of text, single lines in this case, and a photo. So if I click on 01, it has the semi-transparent rounded rectangle, this fake shadow here, and then it has the line up here, record 001, has the name Anfield, the Premier League, founded in 1892, and the annual revenue of 604 million euros a year. And finally, the URL to this photograph. So if we look down here, this is this array, and it says egg 1, record 001, record 001, Anfield, Liverpool FC, Premier League, founded in 1982, annual revenue of, and then finally this URL, and then the image. So if I now click on 02, you have the record number here, record 002. This is egg 2, the array is being loaded, egg 2, record 002, name Chris Rea, born in March 1951, of Italian and Irish descent, raised in Middlesbrough, UK, and the album, or the hit track, The Road to Hell. And if I go to 3, I have Pink Floyd. It's got this heart, B15, line 4, line 5, line 6, which is pretty meaningless at the moment. So let's see if we can change that. So this is loading. If you look down here, look down the bottom left of the browser screen, not the bottom left of the screen, but the browser screen. It says JavaScript XR_CPU5, which just opens that pop-up layer, and then it calls my function 3. My function 3 just calls this array 3 here. So let's change something in this record here. I've got record 03, I've got Pink Floyd. I don't want to change that, but if I want to say control copy that, put that in London 1965, control copy that, and making sure I don't destroy any of those speech marks. Undo that. Control V. Undo that. Let me just copy that one. English rock band. That. Formed in London. Control copy. Put that in there. Control V. Control copy. Replacing these line 5 and 6 here. Control V. Control copy. think this might cause a problem, these red rectangles, so I'll just get rid of those. Control V. I don't like the way there. So I've put that in now. So I'm going to save that array0.js JavaScript file. So arrays. If I then go into Explorer, under the JS files, here's that array one we've just changed to 0308. Open FileZilla and open Array Tutorials 2 JS files, and I'll just upload that one. So that says that's been updated. If I then control click F5, for that, Anfield, Chris Rea, and then Pink Floyd. You can see Pink Floyd is now got English rock band formed in London in 1965, The Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here. So that's fairly easy just to change that without opening the Xara file whatsoever. So I think that will help. I'll just pause now.
Now, in all likelihood, you probably won't require a site or a page containing 50 arrays, although Turk required close on 150, I believe. Say you only require 5, for example, a fax frequently asked questions page. How would you use this method to create this fax page?
So I'm going to create a simple example. And here's one I created in Xara. And what it does first and foremost is on the page, in the head, it loads these two again, script file, text files, arrays 0 JS and functions -js script, which I've uploaded to a fax subdirectory. They're exactly the same as the previous ones were, but I'll change that later on. Okay, and then if I click that, you have this these buttons now. Instead of having numbers, they've actually got facts in them. You know, when is my birthday, how old am I? Obviously they'll be more complex than that, but this is just an example. Where were you born? What team do you support? Where do you currently live, etc. And if I test that, when is my birthday, you can see it brings up the old text files, the old JavaScript arrays. So you've got this array, and all the rest of it. So it's fairly quick, it just does it, but of course that's not very meaningful. Preview the page and show how it loads to JS files, which are still the same, unchanged content on the tutorial ones, which I've just done. You don't need facts for 50 functions. You can reduce this. We need 5, but let's keep it 10 in case we need to increase it. Alright, in FileZilla, show how to reduce the JS files from 50 to 10. So I'm going to go into FileZilla. I've got to find my mouse. Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. FileZilla. And I'm going into this fax JS files, and let's just click on the functions to start off with. I'm going to go View Edit. I've already opened it, but I'll discard the local file and then load and edit the new. And here I've got all these functions in here, but I don't need any more than 10, say. So I can select that, go all the way down to the bottom, and click delete. So now I've only got 10 functions. And if I click on that, do you want to save changes? I'll say save. So upload this file to the server, finish editing and delete the focal file. Yes. Let's just test to see if that still works. Yes, it seems to still work, and I'll control F5 and it's still working. Similarly, we don't want 50 arrays, we only need 10 arrays, so I'm going to view and edit that file, discard the local file, then download and edit a new file. New, yes, and I only want up to egg 10, I don't want egg 11 or anything else. So if I select that, just all the way down to the bottom, delete that, click close, save, and then finish editing and delete. Finish editing and delete the local file. Yes. Right, now just check. Control F5 just to make sure that's working fine. Okay, so we've now got this working a bit. So this one is when is my birthday. I don't know if I can get hold of that text. When is my birthday? Control copy. What I'm going to do now is change the arrays one. So I'm going to go click on that, view and edit it, and it comes up and it's got this record 0001 and what I'll record. I'll change that to Control V. When is my birthday? I'll change that to I'll lie 20th February 1948. And let's get some or omit some text just for an example. So I'll open up that, get that one, that text, Control Shift L, isn't it? Yes, so I'll get that and I'll copy that, Control Copy, drop that down, paste that in there. Get some more, Control Shift L, if that's different, you see is Control Copy. Of course you won't be using lorem ipsum text, you will be using something slightly more meaningful. Control V, that back there, let's put this back here just to keep it tidy. Control Shift L just to get some more lorem ipsum text. Copy. That Control Shift V. Let's do it one more time. Control Shift L. copy that. That goes in here. Control Shift B. What you have to be a bit careful for is that you don't delete any of these speech marks. Can't remember what they're called now. And I'll just leave the URLs the same because at the moment I'm not using URLs. So if I just bring that along, close it, save, then go back to the fax. I'll save that a minute. Test. The file previously opened has been changed. I didn't save it, so I'm going to just hit save. Yes. Okay. Now when I go to okay, so and just go and test that once more and go like this. And I'm going to hit Control F5 to make sure I'm loading the latest JS files, and it comes up with this section here. Obviously, when is your birthday is very small. That's a question. I don't know what January is, but that's neither here nor there. How do I change that? If I go into this head font style, which is on, excuse me, mouse off. I'll edit that. Oops, it's the head. Is it the head? It gives me the various styles that come up. H1, H2, H3 and H6 and the colours. Okay. But if I go in the array pop-up and click on that, edit that, replace with HTML code, and line 1 is H6, so let's change that line 1 to H1 rather than H6. So I just go OK, apply, OK, and then preview that. When is my birthday? It says when is my birthday. You can now read that, and it says it's the 20th of January 1948. So we don't want that. So let's just go back into the arrays file, and I'm going to go view edit, and here it comes, and it's I'm going to get rid of this January. January 1948. File, save. I'll close that. Yes. Test that again. When's your birthday? When is my birthday? The 20th of January. But if I press Control F5, when is my birthday? It's now the 20th of January 1948. So you can see how you can quickly change that without ever opening the Xara file that's been created. Anyway, I hope this has helped. There are a couple of other things I might move on to later on, but only if people want to go along and are interested in this method. Anyway, this is Egg. All the best. Good night.